My local Barnes and Noble in Texas is not that large. The cafe has seating for about 30 tops, most of those at 6 to 7 tables away from the window. We also only have one counter across from the barista station with seats for 4. The counter is immediately to the left as soon as you enter the cafe area. These are close to the window and are coveted seats if you can't get a table alongside the window. Being a Barnes and Noble nerd, I always know when to show up and get a good table close to the windows. I managed to snag one of those tables, as always, with the window to my right, the counter seating directly in front of me, and the register/serving area to my right. I was happy to get a window-side table, as I often cannot, and not have to sit at the counter with its 4 stools. As I was enjoying my coffee and magazines, I noticed that the 4 stools at the counter were only half occupied. There was a Talish 50-something blonde and her 17-ish daughter 2 stools away. Trouble is, they had plopped their clothing/backpacks on the other stools, as to take up 4 stools instead of the 2 they needed. The daughter was perusing the store and wasn't even using her seat, but mom had them taken with backpacks and a purse to save them. I actually saw a couple come in and were denied a seat at the counter due to mom telling that those seats were occupied. When daughter eventually returned, mom seemed to celebrate her victory with her. After the second time I saw this happen, I put away my magazines and decided to have some fun. When a third, fatter, rednecky couple came in and were driven away from Karen, I smiled and waved them over. I offered them my seat. I was taking up 1 seat at a 4-man table, and after they sat, I explained to them what was going on. They were a little put out by being denied a decent seat at the counter, and took my advice. They walked the 10 feet back to the counter and pulled out the stools, only to be told my mom that those seats were taken. They plopped their asses in the seats anyways, and I'm assuming, told mom they'd be happy to move when the owner returned. Mom indignantly took the backpack/purse from the left 2 seats and pouted for a while, looking around. Daughter came back and a smallish argument ensued, the rednecky couple offering to move when others came by to reclaim their other seats. Mom was very put out and was angry that her scam was not working. She wound up putting both backpacks and daughter's purse on her 2 seats, and the redneck couple ignored her and enjoyed their coffees. Naturally, she left soon after. Redneck couple turned around and gave me a smile and a thumbs up. I responded with devil horns. Why do you have to say they were fat redneck people when it had 0 to do with your story? OP, on the other hand, snagged a table for 4 for her own personal use when she could have just grabbed a single stool at the counter. You're sitting at a 4 top by yourself hogging seats? Do you not see the irony? I can only imagine the cafe staff thinking the same about you hogging a whole table.